Well, yesterday it was announced that Quincy Lewis is the newest assistant coach with BYU. Also in that announcement that a guy is a new associate head coach, and his name's Tim LaComb, who comes in with the shirt tucked in, the slacks are ironed, the hair is combed today. I think that you've embraced the associate head coach mantra.
I'm actually, I've been walking Coach Lewis around campus today, meeting a lot of people, so I figured I'd better look good. I told him to dress up, so I figured I should too.
Well, you look good. The white polo is always a good choice. What does the associate head coach promotion for you mean?
You know what? I think that it is mainly it's, Coach has a lot of things, a lot of responsibilities that take a lot of his time, and so he wants somebody to kind of jump in there with a lot of that stuff and help him. I really I've been a little bit, humbled by this whole thing, and because I feel like we have an unbelievable staff, and I want the chemistry of our staff to just be the same, be great. So I look at it as probably just maybe some more assignments for me with regard to kind of the maintenance and the running of the program. But as far as the coaching side of it, we've got, obviously with the hire of Quincy, but, Coach Nashif is probably one of the best basketball minds I've ever been around. And so we're not going to switch up very much of how we've been getting things done. Just I'm going to jump in and help a little bit more with the maintenance and kind of management of the program.
On a team, you got a lot of different players, a lot of different personalities, and chemistry. We always talk about team chemistry and being important as a coaching staff. And you talked about this a little bit. What are some things you do to make sure that there's good chemistry, good harmony in the coaching staff room, and make sure, because grown men, everyone has their own philosophies, right? Everyone is very far along in their career, very experienced, has a lot of things under the belt. What are some things that you guys do to, especially bringing on a new member into the team, to make sure everything goes smoothly?
One thing we do a lot with our staff, and I think it's something that Coach really has made a big part of our staffs, is we spend a lot of time together. We meet every day. We talk in depth about a lot of different things. We have lunch together nearly every day, and we spend a lot of time together and become friends. We find common things that kind of bind us together, and it's always hard when someone leaves. Coach Pope and Cody Feger, who just went to Utah Valley. We were together 3 or 4 years, and we really enjoyed each other, and it changes. The dynamics change, but Coach is the thing that I've always felt that he does the very, very best is he manages his people, impeccably, and the staff. You really are only going to be successful if you have really good players, but you have to have those players have to know you care about them and that you care about each other. So that's a big part of it. That was a really good question. You said you don't know much about basketball in the break. You're good.
Thank you.
Good job, man.
Thanks,
it's not
Coach.
bad for a football guy.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
The new associate head coach for BYU Hoops, Tim LaComb, is on BYU Sports Nation. You mentioned some of these new things that you do. Can you specify some of the things that you'll take now?
I think that'll be just something we figure out over time. I've been, my main responsibility with the program in the last 5 years that I've been an assistant, I've kind of been in charge of recruiting. And so I'm kind of always out there, in front of the recruiting deal with all these guys. And I think what we're going to do Monday, we're all sit down. It'll be our first time we meet together with our new staff, with Andrew May, our new ops guy, and Quincy and Terry, myself, and Coach. And we'll sit down and talk about assignments, and we'll start kind of figuring who's going to do what the best. And Coach will make the decision, but it'll be kind of a work in progress, And so I'm just excited. I'm anxious about it, a little bit in terms of what it will entail, but I'm excited about it, and I'm really excited about the future of our program because I think we have great people, as coaches, and we have unbelievable players who have just absolutely given everything they've got to this program.
And a lot of people are excited about the future of BYU Hoops. Tim LaComb on BYU Sports Nation. At that point, you figure out, I guess, next week who takes the defense, since Mark had the defense?
Right, yeah. So as we talk, we're going to spend some time talking about philosophy, and obviously the defensive side we've got to get better at. And so we're going to get, Quincy's going to be great about having new eyes on it. And the one thing we loved about his experience is you watched Lone Peak play for the last 12 years, and they always had really talented players, but it's not always easy to get really talented players to play really hard. And those kids really were dialed in on the defensive end and played really hard and challenged everything. And so just having a new perspective, and then also Andrew May, who comes from Salt Lake Community College, who was with us as a manager, went to Salt Lake Community College and coached for 4 years, is kind of the top assistant there. It'll be good because we're going to have some new eyes on it, but we'll figure all that out. I do know we probably don't want to mess with the offense because that thing runs really, really well.
It's going pretty well.
And, to Coach Nash's credit, he was the defensive coordinator here at BYU, and our defense during those times was, in the top 25 every year in the country. And we put him over on the offensive side, and, we're in the top. We're second in scoring. We're 10th in efficiency. So we know that the basketball part of this thing, Coach Nashif is definitely the brains and the motor of that. And so we're going to continue to let him manage that offensive side, and he does a terrific job.
When you look at what you have in the hire of Quincy Lewis, what are some of the positives that he brings to the staff?
You want to surround yourself and your players with successful people that have won. And that's what I would define Quincy's career as. He was a great high school player. He was a terrific, played for Coach Rose and started for him at Dixie College, got a scholarship to Wagner, was second in assists in the nation that year to Bobby Hurley, playing at Wagner. So he has that point guard mentality.
Did he slap the floor on defense too, you think?
I don't know. I don't know if he's much of a floor flapper. Floor slapper.
Yeah.
You can do that too.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be a little different.
Do whatever he wants.
But I don't know he's much of that, but I do know he's really competitive. So you want to surround yourself with really successful people, the people who have done it. And you look at his 12-year run at Lone Peak and, 7 state championships, a national championship, multiple players playing Division I, a guy who made it to the NBA. Hopefully here soon another one's going to be playing in the NBA in Ty Hawes. But just a terrific person, a great leader, and a winner.
It's hard to replace a guy like Mark Pope because, you played post, you played in the SEC and in the Pac-10 at the time and in the NBA. So I guess next week you'll figure it out, but in developing these post players who we assume will have kind of a bigger role in terms of post catches, how do you figure that out as a coaching staff of, all right, I'll teach post moves and develop them that way and be that replacement?
I guess my answer to that would be the experience that you get from playing the game is definitely an advantage. But the best person I've ever seen coach post play is Rick Majerus. And Rick was, not a manager, but a walk-on at Marquette, never got on the court. He used to tell the story that Al McGuire, was the coach when he was playing, and the mascot's name was Willie Wampum at the time. And Majerus used to say that Willie Wampum had a better chance of checking into the game than he did.
What's a wampum?
They were the Warriors or something.
Oh, okay.
It was.
I imagine it's a Native American or something in the region.
Right.
Name Willie.
Willie Wampum.
Name Willie.
So anyway, he was one of the best I've ever seen and had not played. I think that the experience thing you're mentioning is really, really true. Mark played not only high-level college, but he played in the NBA for 7 years. But there's a common strain there that you watch guys play, you study it. Mm-hmm. There's 2 different schools that you can come to it from, and we'll be great. We'll be just fine.
Yeah. When you look at the upcoming season, what's the off season look like for you guys as you embrace the Richards building this summer with the Marriott Center being renovated?
Yeah, we've already started. School started this week, and we get 2 hours a week working the guys out. Workouts yesterday were terrific. We're down the RB, and the guys are just totally bought in. It doesn't matter where. It could be on a blacktop somewhere. The guys just want to work out. They want to play. They want to be together, and the workouts have been really good. They've been spirited. One of the things Coach Nashif does with our workouts is he really emphasizes pace in our workouts. So we try to work out and go at the pace that we're going to go in a game. So it's getting a lot of shots, but you're getting them at the pace that you're going to get them in. And we try to really, force the issue with pace in our workouts so that when our guys actually get in the game, it probably will slow down even a little bit for them.
Wow.
So
And that's saying a lot.
guys going really, really hard, working hard. And we've got unbelievably committed kids that they can't get enough. They want to watch film every day. they want to spend time with you. And, you know, that's the one thing as a staff we're really going to try to do is just be really always present for them. And because this is, at the end of the day, we talk about all this coaching stuff. It's about these kids. This is what the whole thing's about. It's about these kids having a great experience and winning, and having, you know, an opportunity to represent the university. But we all want to be successful, and these kids are why we are.
Let's wrap real quick with this. Are the Marriott Center renovations underway?
Women's conference going right now. I don't know if you've noticed it out there.
No, I didn't.
Looking
didn't
for
notice-
a parking spot
notice
for like
20,000.
15 minutes.
But I think after this weekend, I think they'll start kind of. So we'll feel it for sure. I remember last time they did it. You know, the offices were shaking.
We got some rumblage our way
the
here.
jackhammers and stuff. But we're thrilled about it. We're thrilled about the changes there, and then our practice facility coming down the line as well. It's just a great time for BYU.
Well, great stuff. Congratulations on the promotion, and have fun this summer.
Thanks a lot. Good. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Coach.
Tim LaComb in studio.